Hello Cancer and welcome to Soul Sundays. Cancer, it's a quick 3-card spread, one for mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Cancer. Please show me what they need to see, not what they want to see for their week ahead. Please can I have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul. 2 fours, Cancer. It's all about your foundation. You have the 4 of trees, which is the 4 of coins, about growth, and the 4 of angels, which is about rest. Foundational stuff for you, right? Trying to remember, brighter future, trying to plan a brighter future. It's really trying to rebuild your foundation, Cancer. It's interesting because you've drawn this card of rest in this position before, I can remember quite clearly. That's not the card that I want, this is the one. So it's interesting that you've gotten that card again because the 2 together, swords and coins, means 2 things, which doesn't surprise me with your sign. 1, you're fearing your money or lack thereof, so you're holding onto it so tightly, you don't want to spend, you're being very frugal, but because of that, you're blocking abundance coming into you. And 2, needing to rest because I see a lot of depression and anxiety around you. Your physical message for this week is about forgiveness heals. Who do you need to forgive? You need to forgive yourself, first of all, for a situation, and only when you do that are you able to forgive someone else. But I think you're going to have the clarity to do it because you've just pulled the clarity card. All right. Whew. Okay, let's have a look. A lot going on for you, Cancer. 2 fours, look at this. 4 of swords and the 4 of trees, or 4 of coin. As I said to you before, 4s are all about foundational stuff, right? So this one's your 4 of coin. It's all about building your wealth, holding onto your wealth. In tarot, it shows like she's holding onto this coin in the traditional tarot deck. She's holding onto it so tightly that it's blocking the flow of abundance, right? And if you have a look in this card, it's really trying to show you that all things are connected. When you hold on to money, your wealth, your creation with fear, then you're blocking more coming back to you, okay? It's something that I'm still trying to learn myself, and I hope that one day, once I'm able to master that, I'll be able to share it with you and the channel about how to not block the flow once you are in that position, right? But then this card, as you can see very much, is a card of rest. So when I see the 2 come together and they're 2 fours, it's like actually giving yourself permission this week to just take a step back from trying to figure out your money situation and where it's going. Just give yourself a little bit of a break, a breather, I think, is the most important way to look at it. A breather to stop trying to have the answers, to stop trying to make it work, to stop trying to, figure it all out. 4 of Angels by itself speaks about outdated beliefs, okay? The fear-based stuff that we project into the world often isn't ours to carry. It's what we've been taught by others, by our parents, by our friends, by society, that, we need to fear that money is the root of all evil, or silly sayings like you have to work really hard to earn your money, and, all of this kind of crap, which is none of that's true, right? This card's really speaking about needing to take a break from what you're trying to manifest when it comes to terms of money and abundance, okay? The actual literal meaning of the card of 4 of Angels says a projection of wounds, outdated beliefs and false ideas into the world leaves one battle worn. It's time to rest, heal and transform. This card prescribes some quiet time for rest, rebalance and recuperation for the number of foundations. And you can find some peace by connecting to the basic building blocks of your life. So come back to the basic things, stop trying to find the answers. Right? Particularly when it comes to money. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. The 4 of trees, of pentacles, speaks to the card of the hoarder. And I know you guys are hoarders, okay? I have so many Cancers in my lives. I've stepped into your homes. I've seen it, all right? And I can hear you laughing on the other side of the camera. You don't need the crap that you keep, okay? But it's the card of the hoarder. It's a loss of material wealth. And it speaks about when you're trying to control conditions, okay? So the card's titled Growth, but the meaning is a reminder that trying to control your environment is futile. You have been trying so hard to make life safe and comfortable through material gain that you're actually blocking the life that you want. It's what I was talking to you about before, about blocking the flow of abundance, right? It's when you start to earn a little bit of money, you hoard it like a little squirrel and you don't spend it on things. And then you put so much pressure on yourself to be on top that you actually require to rest and you need to back away. What are you so scared of losing? The tighter you hold on to false security, the more tenuous a more authentic reward becomes. Sometimes control with trust. Substitute control with trust. You can always replace material wealth and create another stream of abundance and income. This is very true, and I can attest to that because I've done it myself. Trying to control conditions will stunt your creativity and limit your dreams. Work with your environment and a positive change will flow easily. So take a rest. Whatever you're trying to do and create when it comes to material wealth this week, whatever you're trying to put out there, it's time to just take a step back. I would be putting more of my energy into this card, to be fair. Forgiveness heals. Where in your life do you need to forgive someone, or more importantly, forgive yourself for a way that you acted, for a way that you overreacted, for whatever way that it is, because I think that's also blocking your abundance. If there is a situation in your life where you sit down and go, you know what, I don't feel comfortable where that's sitting, that's not the kind of relationship I want to have with this person, or I don't want to beat myself up about the situation anymore, then that's what this card's representing this week. For your physical health, for those of you that are struggling with a little bit of anxiety, I think is the best way about a situation. You keep replaying it over and over in your head. Then if you want this abundance to flow, you want your life to be more harmonious, you need to start with forgiveness. Forgive yourself first and foremost. Forgive the person that wronged you. Then you're able to actually start to open up the flow of love again, okay? And flow, when you're in flow with love, that's what brings abundance, money, attracts all that kind of growth that you're trying to build. Clarity. Now, I don't see this card come up too much, so it's interesting because you've got cards here that speak about blocking the flow of abundance. You've got a card here that asks you to forgive yourself and heal, and in doing that, you'll forgive others. Then you've drawn this card here, which is clarity. So I think for you, it's very much showing you that if you're able to focus on these two things this week, releasing and letting go your grasp on your purse strings, like just let it go, let it flow. Okay, have trust that you will always make money, it will always come back to you. And then being able to forgive yourself and others for a certain situation will bring you clarity of a situation. The literal meaning of this card says, sudden clarity amid adversity. I can't even say that word. I'm not going to try and say it again. But it's talking about when you're in an adverse situation and you need to have clarity, it's asking you to actually now see it for what it is, right? Acute awareness of yourself and your circumstances, finding unexpected strength and wisdom in a crisis, realizing the limits of a situation. Pressure cannot make diamonds from coal, right? Challenging a misconception or calling out a false promise. Isolate and develop an idea, talent, or goal to excellence without external influence, trusting you will have what it takes when it matters. So the spiritual meaning of this, let me break it down for you essentially, is that all will soon clear, all will soon be healed, and all will soon be resolved, right? That's very much what they go hand in hand, these two cards. Peace ascends within you like a glorious bud opening to the surface. Realization comes in a dazzling flash, and you will see the world and your soul as blessed as they truly are. Follow love to the peaceful space within your heart, your power center from which all is possible and all is available. It's a bit wishy-washy, right? So what the frig does it mean? It's telling you that when you're able to forgive yourself and other people, then you're going to get the clarity to see the situation from both sides. And when you have the clarity to see the situation from both sides, that's when this area where what you really want at the moment to flow will start flowing again, okay? Clarity brings abundance. All right, Cancer, that was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.